Nationwide is on your side. Detroit is back home and a packed house, reveling in the resurgent Lions. But Baker Mayfield hoping to spoil this otherwise perfect Sunday in the Motor City. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Daryl Johnson, I'm Kevin Kugler. When you look at this Detroit team, week one, they get the overtime win over the Rams and an especially strong finish.
Yeah, and you look at that game, a really nice first half by the Detroit Lions and a great finish, but some bumps there in the second half. And that's what Dan Campbell means when he says we've got some things to clean up. But he's got to be very happy with the way they finished that game. All three phases, Jack Fox with the punt, the defense gets a stop, offense gives Jake Bates the opportunity for overtime, and then that offensive line and David Montgomery just take the game over.
Well, for Tampa Bay, new offensive coordinator, very good results in week one in the win over Washington, led by Baker Mayfield.
Great debut by that Buccaneers offense, and Baker Mayfield continues to play at a high level. He's playing the last 7 games, about 70% completion percentage, 300 yards, just following that up. But I think one of the big things, that offensive line in the run game, when they needed it the most at the end of the game, showed up and played really well.
The last time these two teams met, it was in the playoffs. It's got that kind of feel in this building today as both teams have designs on that kind of season again. Lions and Bucs kick it off next on Fox. Players to watch are brought to you by Nationwide. Last year in the NFC Divisional Playoffs, Mike Evans and Amon-Ra St. Brown both showed up in a big way. Who will shine today in the rematch? Find out in a moment.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
A lot happening in our little corner of the sports world. Comerica Park's got Tigers-Orioles right across the street. We've got Buccaneers-Lions at Ford Field. But the edge we have is that we have Laura Oakman on the field. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Kevin. Dan Campbell said we want to put this game on Baker Mayfield's shoulders. Do what they couldn't do against Stafford last week, which is eliminate the short passes and screen game. Campbell's saying we have to force him into longer third downs and make him beat us from the pocket with our D-line closing in. But it's not just defensive pressure the quarterback will be feeling. Said Baker, I love Jared Goff. He's a good friend, but I'm 0-3 against him. It's time to kick his ass.
Laura Oakman, I never. 0-3 in his career against Jared Goff, and Baker was very demonstrative about that. He's ready to win. That NFC divisional playoff game a year ago, Daryl, is still very much on the mind of most of these Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, not a lot that you had to do this week in the Tampa Bay locker room to get these guys motivated for this game. And it was twice last year. They had 2 opportunities to play against Detroit and were unsuccessful in either one of those games. But with less than 2 minutes to go, an 8-point game, the football in your hand, and you get an interception on that second play, and that ended the divisional round. So a bitter taste. And not just Baker Mayfield's mouth, but everybody else on that team. They've been looking for this date.
Detroit won the toss. They elect to defer their choice to the second half. Tampa Bay will start with the football, coming off an outstanding offensive performance in the win over Washington 1 week ago. The kickoff through the end zone and the touchback will bring Baker Mayfield and this offense onto the field. And Baker Mayfield has been on some kind of heater of late. You look at what he did last week against Washington, 289 yards, 4 touchdowns, a completion percentage of 80%. And that really has continued what he's done over the last half of the season into this year.
Now, I know he played 4 games in this offense a couple of seasons ago, but when you look at those numbers from last week and see how efficient he was and this entire offense was in their first go-around with Liam Cohen as the offensive coordinator, that is extremely impressive.
Here's Chris Godwin to start things off. Oh, he ran into Tristan Wirfs, and Derek Barnes made sure he would not bounce free. A 1-yard gain on the play.
You want to come out and get completions quick, try to get some positive feeling in the offense. You get it out to Chris Godwin right there, but there's Derek Barnes. You've got a big body out there in that stack.
This place is deafening. 2nd and 9. Clean pocket. Godwin with the pluck. And Chris Godwin down at the Tampa Bay 49 in the arms of former Buck Carlton Davis. 18-yard pickup.
There's Chris Godwin up there at the top of your screen, working in that dual release. And you wonder if that was a little bit of a mistake by Jalen McMillan, because you've got two guys right in that same spot. So did they get lucky right there and just got Chris Godwin coming in on the heels of Jalen McMillan? Pretty close there for that to look like it was a design play.
Bucs will take the result, though, on a first down at the 49. Two tight ends, one running back for Tampa Bay. That one running back is Rachaad White, who gets into Detroit territory.